Hey guys, you're with me, Kevin, your scuba professional, and today we're here to have a look at the Scubapro Sport 125 bag. This would be the new version of the Scubapro caravan bag. It's 125 litres. This would be your all-in-one dive travel bag to carry your hard gear, soft gear, essentially an entire piece of dive kit. So the first thing we notice is it is really compact. This is the way it comes packaged from Scubapro. The bag zips in on itself to make it really small and handy for storage. This is ideal if you're going on liverboards out in the Maldives, Red Sea, Caribbean, those areas where you need to stow your bags either under your bed or in one of the storage compartments lower down in the boat. Instead of having the bags strewn across everywhere, you can fold this one up nice and tight, and it doesn't take up much space at all. And with that, they have these two handy carry handles, making it really easy for you just to carry the bag itself if it doesn't have any gear on it. We see the new blue denim color that Scubapro have gone for all their bags of late, with a great embroidered Scubapro logo. One thing I really like about this bag, new thing that Scubapro seems to be doing with all their bags, I hope they do continue because it's a nice trend, is this Scubapro Cares wooden tag. Got the logo on the front, but at the back it's got a section for your name, telephone number and address, so you can fill in your personal details here. It's made of a pressed wood. I really like that as opposed to the old plastic things that suppliers used to do. Using these more sustainable materials is a really good move on the behalf of the suppliers. So now we're going to open the bag up and you can see exactly how big this guy is. Let's hope we can get it all in shot in our little studio. So zipping it open over here. As I zip it down, you can see it exposes our wheels, our roller wheels over here. So I'm just going to pull that out and the rest of the bag out. All come to life, you'll see. So you can see that little bag has now become a really big bag. So it's 125 litre capacity, the bag itself. I'm going to start at the bottom and I'll work our way to the top. So at the bottom you have a rigid or structured section, which would be the base of the bag if you were going to roll it. It's got two roller wheels over here. Scubapro have said that these are now replaceable wheels, and the pins on the inside are salt resistant. The original bags, which came out from all the suppliers for that matter, the pins tended to rust and degrade and seize up very quickly with beach sand and salt. Scubapro saying these are now corrosion resistant and also replaceable. So that's a good thing to know for the longevity of the wheels. It has an additional carry handle at the bottom over here, and you'll see there's a handle at the top. So if you need to pick your bag up this way and hand it up to a boat, it's a lot more easy for you to do that, or for two people, one person on each side, to pick it up and bring it onto the boat, as opposed to lifting the whole bag up that way to up and on a boat or around airports and buses, etc. when you are traveling. So that's a great little addition over there. There's a few extra little rubber pads on the side here for just more protection on the bag itself, and this is a rubberized base which will probably handle the scuffs relatively well as the bag gets bashed around from boats to buses to planes to trains as we go on our dive adventures. So going up the bag itself, the section that the bag folded out of is actually an external container. So I'm going to turn it this way to see. So this is an external bag which I'm going to zip closed. This would be ideal for your rash vests and your a few of your other little extras. Maybe your towel, etc. would fit in this section. Don't believe a whole wetsuit would fit in here, maybe a shorty, but this would be possibly your day travel section for all your bits and bobs and goodies could fit in there, towels, etc. So that's easy to open up and slide everything in and out of. When we go to the main cabin of the bag itself, it is a double zippered with a YKK zips. Something I've noticed with these YKK zips, they've got really big rings on each side, so you could put a travel padlock on there quite easily to secure your hard gear, because hard gear being quite valuable. And this is quite a big toothed zip, so this would handle bits of salt and bits of sand a lot better than the finer zips themselves. I'm going to open the bag up to reveal the inside of this bag. It's monstrous. You could fit an entire hard gear set in here. So your BCD, your wetsuits, your air systems would all fit in here. Just a top tip from me: when you guys are packing your bags, I find it's always better to put your BCD towards the wheel section. So any weights or BCDs, all your heavy gear, put on this section of the bag, and then put the lighter section, your wetsuits, masks, regulators, towards the top, because when you stand the bag up, everything pushes towards the bottom. You wouldn't want to put the BCD up at the top with your expensive rig at the bottom, and it all gets crushed at the bottom, and a lot of water tends to pool at the bottom. You want that sitting in water for long periods of time. So that's just something we've noticed over the years when diving. And then on the inside of the bags, along each side panel on the inside of the bag here, are two long zippered pockets. So I'm just going to find the zip at the top over here to zip it open. With this being a new bag, it's always an adventure to find, but there we go. I can zip this open. So this reveals on the inside length section a whole additional pocket here. I could put my fins in there. This would be for a standard set of scuba fins. It's not going to fit those extra long freedive fins, but a standard set of scuba fins would fit on each side of the bag for you to put your BCD and everything else in the middle itself. That's on the left and right side. I think that's quite a great addition. It's quite a solid section as well, as opposed to some of the older bags that just used to have a mesh pocket for you to slide your fins in. I found they were prone to tearing and ripping off quite easily, so that's quite handy. And then you can zip the bag up once you've got all your gear in it. And then on the outside of the bag, if I flip it around, it has a double handle over here with a nice thick padded section with a bit of nylon padded as well as Velcro. I'm going to clip these two handles together, and I could carry this bag upright if I wanted to. It'd be quite heavy with a full set of gear, but I could do that in a pinch. If I have a look at the back of the bag, I've got a zippered section over here. When I zip that open, it's going to reveal my two shoulder straps. So these two shoulder straps can be connected to these little tags at the bottom over here. So I can clip these on, and that creates the rucksack section of the bag. So if I've got a heavy set of gear, I've got to walk over a pier or a deck where there's a lot of rivets, I can put it over my shoulders and go for a walk, or we could hold on to it with our hands there. Putting it over the shoulders probably a bit easier with a heavy set of hard gear, and they can be stowed away out the way as well. You could also use this for additional storage as well if you wanted to throw towels, etc. on the inside there. And it does have these two tethers at the top, which are adjustable via a clip, and that is to allow the bag to either compress in on itself or be bigger. So if you don't have a complete set of gear on in here, you could zip this down, which will compress the bag. But if you've got big sets of gear, big BCDs and wetsuits, you can open this bag up the whole way, revealing its entire space. And this bag is quite cavernous. We have put two complete hard gear sets in here, myself and my wife, when we've traveled. It's tight, but you wouldn't recommend flying with that. But if you were traveling somewhere on a train or in your car, in a pinch, you could push the two in. Not ideal, but we have managed to do that. Give you an idea of the actual size of the bag. It's really great that way. And you've got an additional section to slide in a business card or your dive card at the top, just to identify who you are should the bag go missing. So overall, I think this is going to be a super popular bag. There's an additional handle at the top for you to pull it by the wheels if you were moving through airports or along piers out to boats. I know this is going to be a very popular bag on a site, specifically because it folds up so small after you've done your dive. So there's my review of the Scubapro 125 dive travel bag, which we know is going to be immensely popular on our site. So that's it from me, guys. I'll see you next time in the water. But what I'm going to try, if you want to hang around for a bit, I'm going to try put this guy back to the way it was when I started. It could be an adventure. You always get these things, they look so good when you get them, but you can never really get them back. So I'm going to try prove to myself that I can get this back to the way that it was. It's always an adventure to do. You hang around and watch it if you want to. If not, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks so much, and let's get packing. Right, the pack. Okay, so these little straps are going to go in here. So you go there, you Go there. Zip you up. Right, that makes sense. Then you go down. The U section stays zipped. Yes, it goes. Okay, this front section over here is what I zip open. Never tried to put it back again. So this is the first. Okay, so here's my two handles for there. So the bag should fold in on itself. So that means I flip it this way and turn it inside out. Okay, so I turn it inside out. I'm not push it too hard without turning it inside out. Okay, so that's. Does that make sense? Does that look like it did at the beginning of the video? It does almost, eh? Wheel, wheel, section, section. Gosh, I think I've got it. Okay, then this guy zips up there, zips around. That guy zips. Ha ha! There's it. Refolded as it came from the supplier. Super happy with this little guy. I'll catch you guys soon.